Hello friends, let's work out the stoichiometric calculations. The problem is between the 15 gram of marble and nitric acid as per the reaction, that is calcium carbonate reacts with nitric acid. As a result, calcium nitrate, water and carbon dioxide are obtained. In this reaction, we need to calculate the mass of anhydrous calcium nitrate and the volume of carbon dioxide evolved, and the relative atomic masses of calcium, carbon, oxygen, and nitrogen are given. Using that, we can work out this problem. For any stoichiometric calculations, these three steps only are involved. Only these three steps. If we follow these three steps, we can easily solve the problem. So all kinds of stoichiometric problems can be solved using these three steps. The first step is mole we need to calculate, and the second we need to find the mole ratio, and the third the given question, that is the final question, that might be the calculation of mass or volume or the number of particles, etc. So using these three steps we can easily solve the question. Let's work out. At the beginning, first we need to check whether the given chemical equation for the reaction is balanced or not. If it's not balanced, we need to balance. Now let's check that this equation, the right hand side, what is that? The nitrate radical are present two times, but this nitrate radical on the left hand side in nitric acid only one time only present. Therefore, in order to balance the nitrate on the right hand side, we need to multiply this nitric acid by two times. So that we are doing now. So nitric acid is multiplied by two times. It is multiplied by two times. Nitric acid is multiplied by two times. Now all the other atoms, if we check that, they are equal on both the sides. So now the equation is balanced. So the first step after balancing the equation, what has to be done? That is, mole has to be calculated. The formula to calculate mole, mass divided by molar mass. So the molar mass, first of all, we need to calculate, that is the molar mass of calcium carbonate. The molar mass of calcium carbonate we need to find first. That is, molar mass is the relative atomic mass. That only the simplified it is given as m subscript r. That is a relative molecular mass. That relative molecular mass expressed in gram we consider molar mass. So first we need to calculate the molar mass of calcium carbonate, that is the relative atomic masses of all the atoms are added together. So relative atomic mass of calcium is 40. It is added with the carbon, that is carbon atomic mass is 12. Oxygen it is 16, but 3 oxygen atoms are there, so 3 times 16. If you are adding all these masses together, the result is 100. That is, the molar mass of calcium carbonate is 100. Now we can substitute in this formula. So the mass of the question, mass of the calcium carbonate, what was given in the question, 15 gram of marble. Marble is nothing but calcium carbonate. So 15 gram, that is the mass given in the question, that we can write 15. 15 is divided by, what's that, 100. 15 is divided by 100. So 15, if we divide by 100, what will be the result? 0.15. 0.15 is the answer. So number of mole we have got now, that is 0.15 mole. So the given calcium carbonate, we have calculated the number of moles. The next step, what we need to find, mole ratio we need to find out. That is, the first question was given, the mass of calcium nitrate formed. So that's why what we are comparing, the calcium nitrate mass with the calcium carbonate. So these two substances are compared. So calcium carbonate mole, what is that? As per the equation, calcium carbonate in the equation, that is before the calcium carbonate, no number is there, that is only 1 mole. So calcium carbonate, the number of mole as per the equation is 1 mole. Calcium nitrate, if you check that in the equation, calcium nitrate also, there's no coefficient mentioned. That is calcium nitrate mole also only once. Calcium nitrate only once. So first we have written the moles of uh, the given substance and the unknown substance, the substance to be found. These moles as per the equation, as per the balanced chemical equation. Now what we need to find, we need to substitute the moles, number of moles what we have got in the previous step, that we need to substitute here. That is 0.15 mole we have got for calcium carbonate, that we need to substitute 0.15 mole calcium carbonate. What will be the mole of calcium nitrate? So what will be the procedure? We need to cross multiply. So on cross multiplication, what will be that? X is equal to 0.15. Same answer only we will get, because the number of moles are same for both the substances. Therefore, the value also we have got the same number of mole, that is 0.15 mole of calcium nitrate will be formed. The next we need to calculate the mass of calcium nitrate formed. So to calculate the mass of calcium nitrate, we need to use the number of mole, that is 0.15. That we can do it at the next page. That is the number of mole. Here we need to write that is 0.15. Mass, what's the formula? Mole times molar mass. This molar mass refers to the molar mass of calcium nitrate. So calcium nitrate molar mass, once again we need to calculate. That is calcium 40, nitrogen here 2 times are there, therefore 2 times 14. Oxygen, its mass is 16, but 3 times are there, 3 times, then outside the bracket another 2 is there. So 2 times 3, 6. So 6 times 16. So if you are adding together, the molar mass of calcium nitrate is 164. So that 164 we need to substitute here. So that we can do it now. The number of mole for calcium nitrate what we have got in the previous step is 0.15. That has to be multiplied by the molar mass, that is 164. So if you are multiplying, what will be the result? The result is 24.60. 24.660. Now To correct to the 3 significant figure, the answer will be 24.6. Then as it's the mass, the unit we need to mention, that is gram. So the mass of calcium nitrate, formed is 24.6 gram. So the first division of the question we have calculated, that is the mass of calcium nitrate, that is 24.6 gram. The second division we need to find out, that is the volume of carbon dioxide evolved. That we can do it at the next page. Volume of carbon dioxide evolved. So to find the volume of carbon dioxide evolved, we need to find the mole ratio. We need to find the mole ratio for calcium carbonate, that is the given value, 15 gram marble, that was given at the question. And this carbon dioxide now we need to calculate. So these two substances we need to compare together as per the equation. So as per the equation, calcium carbonate, how many moles are there? 1 mole, because no number is mentioned, that means 1 mole. The coefficient, that is 1, that is not mentioned, so we can consider 1. Calcium carbonate, as per the equation, the number of mole is 1. That we can write 1 mole. Carbon dioxide, the number of mole. For carbon dioxide also there's no coefficient. That means the number of mole is 1. So that we can write it, carbon dioxide mole also 1 mole. Calcium carbonate, what's the mole we have got? 0.15. 0.15 calcium carbonate. So carbon dioxide mole X. How to find this? Cross multiplication. On cross multiplication, the value of X is equal to 0.15. 0.15 mole of carbon dioxide we have got now. Now the next question, what is that? Volume of carbon dioxide we need to find. Volume of carbon dioxide we need to find out. Volume. To find the volume, the formula is mole times molar volume. Mole times molar volume. Molar volume value is, it's a constant value, that is 22.4 liter. Molar volume means the volume occupied by 1 mole of any gas at standard temperature and pressure. That value is 22.4 liter. So these values we can substitute in the formula, that we can do it now. Volume is equal to mole into molar volume. Mole is how much? 0.15, that we have got now, that is 0.15. That has to be multiplied by, what's that? The molar volume, that is 22.4. So if we multiply this 0.15 and 22.4, the result will be, what is that? 3.360. The result is 3.360. So taking 3 significant figure, the result will be 3.36 only will be the answer. As it's a volume, the unit we need to mention, the unit is liter. So the volume is 3.36 liter. 3.36 liter, that is the volume. Thank you so much for watching and subscribing.